Hello, welcome to the Gamers.
Welcome to the guys with the shirts. we are rocking these coloured shirts today, and we're going to bring you our answers to your questions.
Yes, hopefully. We actually had some really some are kind of straightforward, but there's some that have been
Yeah, I mean,
damn, that's hard.
And some had to delete for their pornographic content, but what we had left after that, we're going to go through today. So.
Okay, so we had a question from C Lost Z 2012, who asked, "Who is the better Street Fighter player out of me and Simon?" Simon, your thoughts?
It's actually quite a complex answer, really, isn't it? Because this is what I said. If we're going to go on mains alone, so if it was my main in each game versus Aiden's main in each game, I think Aiden would win 10-0 consistently through each game. But if we couldn't pick mains, I think I'd probably win, not 10-0, but I'd probably win quite consistently.
Well, and I'd agree with that because when I first started showing Simon Street Fighter, I must have been playing it kind of properly, in the sense I was actually playing online a lot and practicing a lot for a good year and a half before I even showed Simon the game.
Yeah.
And what I noticed is that Simon's just able to pick things up a lot faster than me and actually kind of retain it. Simon, it will be now, will be oh, do you know that so and so could do this? I'm like,
yeah,
no, and
it's also if I want to sit down and say, well, I've been practicing Kami for a bit, and my Kami is already quite okay.
So when Simon says to me, "Oh, I'm practicing a bit with Kami," if that's me saying I'm practicing a bit with Guy, I'll show him my Guy, and then Simon just buddies me. Whereas with Kami, I'm like, oh, damn, it's actually a bit of a challenge, and I think that's just the difference. It's just.
Yeah, it takes me. I wouldn't say I'm good with Kami, but it would only take me a few hours, and I've pretty much learned the basics with
I think
most characters.
What we could say is, the mains. I have two very strong. Well, mains I'm good with.
Yeah.
Garland for, but it's all about my Remy and Third Strike. My Remy and Third Strike is my best.
Yeah. And it was me who said I honestly believe Aiden would beat me 10-0 if it was mains. Yeah. And yeah. So.
I think I'm third.
So I mean, it's not today a question of who's better at Street Fighter.
No.
It's who would beat who, and I think that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that Simon can't. Simon does. I think execution as well. I think Simon's better with execution. I'm only good with execution with my main and with charge characters.
Yeah.
I do make a lot of drops with other characters. But anyway, so that's.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's answered your question.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, Joel Edwards
Yep.
asks, "Have you entered a Street Fighter tournament?"
We actually hosted one, didn't we? And it was just me and Aiden. and it was godlike.
Okay, so Street Fighter. Yeah, we actually entered our first one.
We did.
This year.
Yeah, this
Which
summer.
was in
Birmingham.
EJX Res.
Yeah, and they held a tournament.
But we didn't actually know when. I got the tickets for Christmas.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually know there was going to be a tournament until the February, and I think this was in the March.
Yeah.
So
it was Third Strike 4, but they also had a KI and Marvel.
Yeah, and the winner got a PlayStation 4.
Yes.
So
Aiden entered
both.
4 and Third Strike. I entered Third Strike. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you about what happened in 4, and then we can both go on to what happened in
Yep.
Third Strike. So in 4, I think there was just over 90 people who entered 4,
Yeah, I think so.
and
I think it was the most subbed event. I think there was more people there for it.
It was the single elimination as well, which they had to. Originally, it was double elimination, so that would mean everyone starts off in the winners bracket. If you lose,
losers, and if you lose in the losers,
then you're out.
Yeah.
But this was just no, we got told it was single elimination.
Yeah, it was basically because they had to start late because people weren't turning up. And
I actually got through to the 4th round, I believe. The first fight I went against was against an E-Rai player who I could tell was just fairly new to the game.
Yeah.
That was very straightforward. Then I went against a guy called, his alias was Murder or something like that.
I can't remember Captain.
Who I actually spoke to quite a lot because he kept on saying to me.
Oh, was that guy? Oh yeah, that guy was actually really
cool. And he
cool,
was a Ryu, and he beat me easily the first game.
Yeah.
And then I
adapted
and beat him, and I think he was asking you after. He was like, "How did he come back and win?"
Yeah.
I always say this, on ranked matches. This is why I lose so many points because.
It's not face to face.
It's not face to face, and I'll think it's knowing that I'll be like, okay, now I know I'm expecting an uppercut now.
Yeah.
Punish it accordingly. And then I can't remember my 3rd round, but I know that 4th round was against an able player. 2-1, last game, last round, and I actually remember I made a bad mistake. He dashed, and it looked like a punish it, so the X flash, he blocked it, ultra, and then it was a single mix up, and he got moved across at medium kick, it was over.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's right. I think how many people entered? I think it was like 50 or something.
Between 50 and 60, yeah.
Yeah, I think I got to 4th round.
You got to 12th round, yeah.
I think, and then you got to 5th, which technically was semis, wasn't it?
Well, you'd say who you went against and who it ended on as well.
Yeah, so I think they had time for double elim in a first fight. Because I actually lost my first fight, I think.
Yeah, I can't, because I think two of the games when we played, I was playing somewhere else when Sam was playing.
Yeah. So I think the first one I played was against a Yang, and I played Hugo, so that's actually a pretty mean matchup. But I think I actually lost.
God, yeah, that guy was good.
I lost that 2-1, so then I was in losers. And I think I won the next.
I remember you going against someone who played Necro and Yuri, but I don't know if that was a 3rd round or.
Yeah, I think I won the next 2 or 3. Yeah. I think I'd say if I was 4th round, I can't actually remember. Yeah, because 4th round, but because I got locked into losers, I had to play an extra fight. So then I won the next 3, and one was against a Yorian and a Necro. One of them was against a Ken, I think, and then the other one. Can't remember. It must have just been against somebody who was pretty new, I think.
But remember who you went against at the end.
And then my last fight was against I'm Still the Daddy. I'm Still the Daddy. And he was
Ken and you were Hugo.
Yeah, and
I think that was like the one fight by someone that I actually got to watch most of the way through.
Yeah, and he was really, really good. And also he was really nice. He was actually a really, really nice guy. He didn't seem salty. Obviously, why would he would? But still, yeah, he just seemed really nice. I mean, 'cause I know people like to talk smack, but he just seemed like a really nice guy. When I got to talk to him a bit, he was telling me that he was won that PS4. And yeah, so that's how I got on in my tournament.
So first right for me, I went against someone at first who said he'd never played the game before, and I went against Remy as main, and he mirror matched me. I was like, bad mistake to
Paul's gonna get batted.
Bad mistake to mirror match me in a Remy match. So that was 2-0, and I think because what they did is the people who won 2-0 got to go up on stream.
Yeah.
So then for the second fight, this is what you might have actually seen before the game on stream. That was actually my second round, and that was against. I mean, the Ryu play was really good, but also it didn't help that I wasn't able to use my equipment.
Yeah,
and I had to like rush up there. So then the first time obviously being on stream, even though it was like a really small thing to most people, to me I was like, oh crap, I'm on stream.
It did not help that the Ryu was pretty good.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah.
I think he would have won anyway, but I think I didn't put in a good enough show. But I just remember because even though they had headphones on, well, the commentator being like, "Oh my god, just push down Remy! What is Remy doing?" I was like, "Yeah."
And then after that, I think
Then I went against Murder, who I played against in 4.
Yep.
He was Ken, Remy. I won that 2 straight rounds.
Yep.
Then I went against a young player. Now this young player was really good, but the thing was we've been watching him. Quite
he was with a group of his friends. Yeah.
Put it this way, he was dedicated because he had an Akuma Kenji on the back of his neck, tattooed on the back of his neck. So I was like, okay, this guy's serious. And I won that 2-1. Even though that was hard. And then the final round, I went against someone called Yo3J.
Yes, a Makoto player.
He's such a good man.
Who does regularly attend Gutter Trash and all the English.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best in the UK, but obviously I didn't know this beforehand. Yeah. I just saw the match and I was like, this is my least favourite fight for Remy.
Yep.
2-1, but this time I lost, and if I'd gone through, that would have been the semi-finals. So I got into the quarters.
Yeah.
So if I'd won that, so technically I got like 9th.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not bad.
Okay, then the hardest question we got, also from Joel Edwards, was what anime/gaming universe would you choose to live in?
Yeah, so I mean, we had a thought about this, and mine would actually be, I know it's kind of manga/anime, it wasn't manga to begin with, it's the manga called Bleach, a lot of you might know it, it's just a really cool universe, and I don't think Aiden knows a thing about it, it's just really cool. Ichigo Kurosaki, I would go and live as him. Aiden has no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, if you guys know, you would know why. It's just full of sword fighting and
Sounds
stuff
cool.
like that. And that's why I go and live it.
I just haven't seen that much anime. It's not because I don't like. I do like anime, but I've watched things like Tales of Vesperia: First Strike. Street Fighter 2 animated movie. It's more to do with gaming anime as well.
Yeah, we were discussing this beforehand.
I I found it really struggle. So I was trying to go with one that I thought would be kind of funny and hilarious, and also it's run by like creatures and monsters. I think the Banjo-Kazooie.
I think that's a great idea.
I just, you know, walking around.
Every day be a laugh.
Yeah, every day be laughing. You never know what's happening. Yeah, I don't really know why. As I said, Joel Edwards. God, that was it. It was a brilliant question, but a really, really hard question.
Yeah.
So, and then was he also the one who asked us about?
He did, yeah. John Edwards, he requested us to play the Michael Jackson Experience.
So we have got a funny. That's not going to happen, but
No, that's never going to happen.
But this links in nicely to another question that we got asked by Afro Tundra or Afro Tundra 628. Was what made you start a YouTube channel? Now, believe it or not, the original idea behind the YouTube channel was going to be for it to be a street dancing YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I do actually do quite a lot of street dancing. Sam was going to be doing most of the editing.
Yeah.
But we both had a passion for gaming, and we wanted to do a YouTube channel, so that's why we ended up going with that.
Yeah.
So the answer to your question is no. You're not going to get us playing Match Experience.
No.
But maybe. One day down the line, if we've got enough people who want it, maybe I will put up a video of me doing a street dance.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe. Kratos asks, quite a lot. Kratos asks, what do you like about Final Fantasy 15 so far?
Just the open world factor for me. I think I'll leave it to one saying. The open world of it is the first time that's really been done like that. Just looks sick, simple.
For me, graphics. I like the look of the characters. The open world's the same for me. And the fantasy mixed with reality that looks like it's going to be perfect. Who is your favourite character? I think he means who's your favourite character of all time.
Yeah.
If it is Final Fantasy 15, I'll just say it's Noctis.
Yeah.
But, who's your favourite character?
Go on, tell
Okay.
me. Go on, tell me.
I'm gonna go for one that's.
Go on, tell me. Tell me.
I'm gonna go for one that I think enough people would have heard of, but also something a bit niche. Ryo Hazuki from Shenmue.
Ooh, that is a nice choice. I thought you were going to say Charmander. But, that's a really cool choice. I respect that. Marvin's something a bit more mainstream. I go with Dante because he's just badass.
Devil May Cry.
He's just one of the badass characters ever made.
What is your favourite game? My favourite game is Dragon Force by Working Designs on the Sega Saturn.
Yep.
I adore that game.
Not many people know it, but if you want to go and have a little search for it online, you'll get some reviews and stuff.
The main idea is you have an army and try and take over the whole continent. That's the kind of long and short of it.
Yeah.
Real-time strategy game.
Yeah, kind of nice. It's deep, it's complex, but it's still accessible.
Ridiculous amount of characters for it being on Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
And yours is?
Mine is Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7 on the PSP. The amount of hours I've put into that game is ridiculous.
Racing on Pokemon.
It's just kind of crazy.
Okay, what got you into gaming?
And we have the same answer for this one. We both have brothers who are, I think, the exact same age, older than us. And it's that perfect age that we were just young enough to watch them play games.
Yeah.
So we aspired to play like them.
We both started on the Master System.
Yeah.
Master System. Watched my brother play Alex Kidd.
Exactly.
Sonic the Hedgehog, and then
Super Hang On, Golden Axe. We just watched my brother go through this game.
We used to rent Streets of Rage every weekend.
I used to rent the worst game ever, which was Sonic 3D on the Mega Drive. It's one of the worst games ever.
And I think that's the thing, when the Mega Drive came along, I think that's when we became even more like...
Yeah.
That was the first console that I got bought for me as well.
But I definitely think what got us into gaming was definitely just watching our brothers go through them. And I wanted to do what he was doing.
Yeah. And now they're going to look at us now and be like, wow, they took this game thing way too far.
They are pretty geeky.
Okay, X-I-Lift, or Captain Allen.
Captain Allen.
You're the coolest guy we know.
Howdy.
You're the coolest guy we know, by the way. Thank you for all the continued support.
Yeah.
Will you ever attend any tournaments? So
I think he specifically mentioned kind of majors, like really.
Like things run by Spooky or one day I do want to attend Evo.
I mean, I think Aiden obviously has the aspiration of playing. I would just like to go just to get the hype of the event. Really.
I wouldn't go to place. The only thing I would want to do is I'd want to, unless it was against like someone who I knew was like a good player. You know, obviously I'd run against Daigo. Oh, I'd love to go against Matt Ross.
Because Matt Ross is obviously trash.
Matt Ross, I actually I still think him.
He's one. Him and Gutex are some of the coolest people around.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
his Honda's just unbelievable. But yeah, my thing would just be to get through the first round and not get double perfected.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'll just hope not.
yeah,
to,
I just want to play. If
Well.
I could play the best I could play, I know I could do okay. You know, I'm never going to say like, oh, I want to get in top 64 Evo. It's never-
Yeah, I'm gonna bully Justin Wong. Yeah,
Never gonna happen.
we are not saying that.
But yes, I definitely would.
Yeah.
If it was still the era of Third Strike,
Yeah, and if we've been playing from the day it came out.
then I might be taking things a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have aspirations to be pro players?
No.
I'm already the top Remy in the UK, but
Yeah. And it's obviously, it's obvious to everybody who watches this that I'm obviously godlike, and that if I played anybody, I'd obviously win. So
we've already proven enough. We already beat people online. Isn't that good enough?
I mean, why be pro when you're already godlike?
No, I would like to be able to be pro, but I think it just requires too much time.
Yeah, you got to train non-stop. You got to get sponsorship, and you got to go to all the events to get your name round. And it's just something that you have to really do. You have to really put some effort in. So.
And then Hassan7 asks, "What is your favourite RPG game?" Okay, it was between two, and the choices was Xenoblade Chronicles and Chrono Trigger. I think I've got to say Chrono Trigger, just because it's such a timeless classic. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
But I just think Chrono Trigger's always going to be around.
It's just timeless.
It's timeless.
And mine actually is for almost the exact same reason, but different game. So my choice was between Crisis Core. I've already said that, so I'll just leave that one out. And the other one, believe it or not, was Phantasy Star 4. It's just timeless. It's just one of those games that I put so many hours into. Like, even all the magic moves were abbreviated down to 3 letters. I knew what each one did.
Damn right.
And I mean, like, each character had like 5 pages. Like, I just scroll through them and know, okay, so that hits everyone, and that's like a debuff, and that one does this, that one's fire, and I just knew. And it was just timeless, great story. It's like just an absolute classic.
Then he asks, do you play Dark Souls? I've never played Dark Souls.
No, I've never played it.
But
I know it's meant to be ridiculously hard. I know the people who are into it are really into it.
that's not intentionally from not wanting to play it. I've downloaded it.
Whilst it was free.
So
Cheapskate.
Yeah. And I will be playing it. So hopefully I'll let you know. And then
Lastly, I believe.
who is your favourite Street Fighter character? I'm going to put it down to this. Overall, Guile. Wait, on Third Strike, obviously Remy. It's just the two people I play. Guile for me sums up the fact that he can put the shades on. It's like, I'm pro.
Yeah, a good light. And mine would obviously be the big German potato-eating, curly-haired wrestler that is Hugo, because as Matt Ross would say, he's perhaps the funnest character to our players, and also he needs his potatoes.
He sure does.
Mama, I need my potatoes.
So hopefully that's given you a bit more knowledge about us, and maybe sometime next year we'll do another Q&A.
Yeah, if more people like to send us some more questions, I have a third nipple if you'd like to know. I mean, so that's one question you don't have to ask. So yeah.
But we did get that question, didn't we?
Yeah. So that was one of the ones that we couldn't actually answer because it was pretty bad.
But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Lots of really good questions, and
yeah, and we'd like to thank you guys for continued support. Thank you.
reaching over 100 subscribers. To other people, it may not be a lot, but no, as Sam said, we do really appreciate it.
Yeah. So.
And a small but loved community.